Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Capone WV, and I'm coming at you live as possible. Now I want to first off by apologizing for the long hiatus I've been on lately, which has been 8 months and 3 days. I mean, Jesus Christ, I need to fix my fucking scheduling and get, things done and settled. Because I've been keep making promises and I haven't been keeping them, and I do apologize for that. The longest reason why I haven't been able to upload is because my computer had a shoddy hard drive. That's why I kept blue screening every other month, but I did get repaired. Well, not much repaired, as much of it is replaced, and etc, etc. And I have been able to record some, doing some testing and, little bits like that. And I do feel comfortable enough to, start recording again. PC game-wise, of course. Oh yeah, because right now you should be watching the Escapist footage. This is like the easiest of the prisons to escape out of. It's the first one. Crap, I can't remember the fucking name of it. Center Perks or something like that? Yeah, Center Perks. At least I think that's what it is. But anyway, besides this and some other PC games, I should be doing, that here shortly. Now, things have been a bit crazy since the last upload date, which was June 3rd. Between work, especially during the holidays, yeah, that was fucking ridiculous. Dealing with, just work around the house and dealing with family. During the haunted house in October, I got to be Charlie Manson and got decently paid for it. I got to act like a raving fucking lunatic, and I love it. And right after October, I got into a small fender bender, so a lot of my haunt money had to go towards fixing up the car. So yeah, things have been a little up and down lately, but you know what? I gotta look towards a brighter future, right? Right. Pardon my French. And I have been doing some things to improve the channel. Now, I've been doing some, I wouldn't say half-assed, but I mean, I'm not exactly the greatest when it comes to channel art, and I don't exactly have the money to hire somebody to do it for me. So right now I've done like a little bit of a avatar and a little bit of a banner and such like that, and I do plan on doing thumbnails and such like that depending on the game. I've also been figuring out editing techniques. For instance, this nearly 1 hour of footage, which I'm not sure if I'll have cut down by speeding up the duration and such like that or not, but just recording that at 720p, that was 10 fucking gigs. I use a little software called Handbrake, and I got it knocked down to, well, let's see if I can bring up the little file. I got knocked down to 645 megabytes. And look at the quality. Can't tell the difference, right? Right. Looks fucking beautiful. I've also picked up some new hardware, mostly HDMI cables, just trying out different kinds and such like that. If you should be listening, I think you should be listening right now, but listen carefully. 1, 2, 3. Don't hear any static, do ya? That is because I picked up a interesting little contraption. It's a wall outlet, but it has 3 regular plug outlets and 2 USB charging ports. I just so happen to be able to use it to power my Turtle Beaches, getting it away from the source of, what was causing a lot of the static, even though I would go at it again and again and again with Audacity noise removal, and it wouldn't do anything. Well, it would do something, but it wouldn't do enough to where I was satisfied. Because you know me, I'm a damn perfectionist. So yeah, crisp, clear audio. Gotta love it. I've also picked up a new cable for the Roxio Game Capture HD Pro. It's a odd-looking cable. It's an A to B USB cable. It's more or less like, for those of you who have one, you know exactly the wire that I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, oh, lovely clock, thank you. It is the wire that if you get a wireless printer, you would first use that to connect it to, hook it up to the network and such like that. Well, there's how that, wire is. Software-wise, I record this bit of Escapist using Lightcam HD. I got it before version 5, so I have all of the little recording options instead of it being all splitted up. I think like the gaming version on Steam only has like game recording and audio recording. Well, I have general recording, video recording, game recording, audio recording, and some little odds and ends like that right there. So, I think that was really worth the $35 at the time. Indeed, indeed. Pardon me if I'm drinking a little bit. I'm drinking Honest Fizz root beer. Isn't that bad, actually. I haven't actually been feeling like crap after drinking regular soda. Like you would usually do with regular soda. Yeah, this stuff, I can actually feel pretty alright. Love it. Anyway, back to business. I've also picked up on some editing software. So, like besides Handbrake, which allows me to compress videos and such like that beautifully, I've also, been picking up on some free versions of some editing softwares that will allow me to do like little random odds and ends that, will make the channel interesting and my videos interesting, hopefully. Which reminds me, using that, I have created a small outro of sorts. Yes, I am going to be replacing my intro because, let's face it, my intro kind of sucked. And if you had the, volume up at a certain point, you would fucking deafen yourself. Don't want to be doing that now, right? Because then how the hell else would you be listening to me if you're deaf from the gunshots in the beginning? Anyway, the Let's Plays. For those of you who may have kept a close eye on the channel, I have updated my Thief Let's Play playlist. I put it as Blind Run because that was the first time that I was playing the game. But I've also canceled it because I have completed the game, but this was, of course, during the time that my computer was messing up, and during one of the recording times, it blue screened. Well, actually, during one of the editing times, it blue screened. It blue screened a lot, and the raw footage got corrupted, so there went 5 to 7 hours of footage, which included side missions, especially the one with the Sarah guy who won his crystal skull, and, just things like that I thought you guys would have found entertaining, but I do plan on re-recording it in the future on Iron Man mode, which will be especially lovely, especially since all of you may remember my stealth skills. So yeah, shit will be interesting. It will be interesting. Oh yes, before I get to that, I'm reading off a list right now so I can remember everything that I'm, saying and such. I'm changing the video times from 15 to 20 minutes to 10 to 15 minutes, mostly because I can get more videos and such out of, say, an hour's worth of footage if I were to just do like 10 minutes, for each video. So if I were to record an hour, I would be able to get at least 6, no 8. Oh god damn it. So if I was able to record, say, an hour's worth of footage, I'd be able to at least get 6 videos out of that, doing 10-minute blocks. And if I was to do 15 minutes, then I'd at least be able to get 4. If I'm able to record, longer than that, well then, holy hell, I'm gonna have, some decent stockpiling of footage. But, later on, if you guys want more longer videos, pardon my French, I will definitely do that. Honestly, I have no problem with wanting to do longer videos, but, I don't want to be doing longer videos and, no one's really interested in them and watching them. But if I at least do, like, somewhat short videos that you guys can take in within a small sit-down and such, then you know what? Great. Because, yeah, let's face it, we don't always have time to watch, like some Let's Plays are, 30-minute segments. Yeah, we may have that one day where it's like, you know what, I'm going to binge watch a couple of videos, but honestly, what time, do we have that anymore now? So yeah, doing 10-minute videos, 1 or 2 a day, that would definitely, I gotta quit saying, it would definitely at least be a bit more... I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say it. It'll at least be a bit more interesting and, you know... God damn it. More bite size. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, if you even watch just one of the 10-minute videos, then great. At least you're able to get into that one little time slot that you had available. PS2 games. Yeah, this is the next thing on the list. I'm still trying to figure out the setup for it, because I know that there is a way of recording PS2 games with Lightcam HD Pro, so when I am able... excuse me. When I am able to figure it out and record, then I will definitely be doing that. Now, the only problem that I can see happening is some games look... You know, there's a couple PS2 games that can go to 720p and look alright. There are some PS2 games that can go to 480p and look alright, but if you get them to 720p, then yeah, it's very agonizing to watch. So I mean, if I'm able to record at, you know, 480p but somehow convert it to 720p, or if you guys are willing to suck it up and watch, you know, somewhat awful 720p PS2, you know, video, then alright. But I will be doing that at some point. You know, as soon as I figure out how to do the recording setup and such. PC and DOS games. Some of the first games I'm thinking of starting out, you know, for some upcoming series. The Escapist, as you see yourself. Liberal Crime Skull, which is an interesting DOS game. I'll set an annotation to a video, well, more of a playlist of 1F Jeff, or Jeff Major for some of them who know him from a long time ago. He did a series of Liberal Crime Squad, and that's exactly what got me hooked onto the game because of all the crazy bullshit that you can do in that game. Alrighty, I also plan on doing Mountain Blade War Bandit, starring the Chronicles of Hemo Galen Nodell. For those of you who do not know, because I'm not sure if I mentioned him or not, he was my D&D character during college. He was an elven rogue, and he got killed in the fucking sewers by a gator. Yeah. Of all the fucking ways I had to die, it had to be in the fucking sewers by a gator. That's what you get when you try to make an honest living in D&D. That's why I say steal shit. But anyway, I'll be planning on doing that, and I also want to do This War of Mine. That's a game that I've got recently and I'm kind of addicted to. I did like a small test run of it, and I've gotten up to 21 days before I decided, okay, that's long enough, you know. You know, try not to spoil the ending. Try not to spoil the ending for myself, you know. Even though that there's like separate endings and such like that for the different characters, I don't want to ruin like what I had for, I think it was Bruno, Pavel, and Marco, and I can't remember. I remember a fourth guy. It wasn't Roman, because I remember having him one time, but then the game crashed. I remember having Marin one time, and I fucking loved him because he was able to construct stuff, you know, without spending too much resources, which, you know, was fucking beautiful. But, yes, I will definitely be doing that and much, much more. Let's Plays with friends. Real life wise, it's going to be delayed until I get a mic that all of us can use. I'm thinking of getting a Blue Yeti, especially because it can do like several types of like group recording wise. If you guys have any opinions on different mics that can do like group recordings, I mean, because we're most likely going to be sitting on a couch when we're doing stuff like this. So if you guys have an opinion or know a microphone that can do a bit better than the Blue Yeti, then alright. If not, then I will goddamn truck. If not, well then I'm planning on getting the Blue Yeti, and you know, here goes nothing. Online-wise, I'm still figuring things out. It's mostly channeling the audio. It's like, okay, the program that I use, Lightcam HD, it can record the gameplay, but it does it by using computer sound. So, say I had music going on in the background, well, it would be listening to that as well and recording it, which we do not want to happen. Because I want to try and do like speaking audio and game audio separate. And so, like, especially with TeamSpeak, because on Friday nights I do this thing, Mountain Blade Warband, Napoleonic Wars. I am part of the 00 Regiment. Look up Thunder Snow and see some of the, crazy bullshit that can happen. But yeah, I do want to do some videos of that, but right now, I know that there is some software that can, like virtual audio cable that can direct where you want certain audio paths to go, so you can have one go to Audacity and the other go to the certain recording software, like game recording software-wise, but I do not have the money for that. And I know that there is another one, which is Donationware, which, yeah, you can donate whatever you want to it. I just haven't gotten the time to, like, it's like those Visa prepaid cards. Where I can put like 20 some odd bucks on it and then spend whatever, and whenever it's done, just toss it out. I haven't gotten the time to get a thing like that because I've been paying loans and shit, but as soon as I figure out something to... sorry about that, I'm pulling off the pop tab because fucking A. As soon as I do figure out the audio channeling problem, if I do find software that can, work efficiently, then great. If not, I'll rig some way up. Don't worry, I'll rig some way up. Alrighty, plans for the past, well, not much for the past, but for the present and future. Whenever I think, because as I got it wrote down, it's like plans for the present and future, but every time I think of that, I keep thinking of the fucking 3 Ghosts of Christmas, so it's past, present, and future. Anyway, yeah, plans for the present and future. I want to try and update as much as possible, especially since I've been on a fucking 8-month hiatus without a single word to you guys. Well, I did send you guys some private messages for the few of my subscribers, but for the sake of anyone else who's just been interested in watching my videos, which, I mean, hell, from what I've been seeing, I got over... Yeah, let's check that real quick. Right now as... Oh, come on. Where are you? Okay. As of right now... This would have been nice to have up right away, so that way I can just show you guys, well, not much show, but as much as is... As much as say, I've gone this much, and, it's great. Over 630 views and 5 subscribers for my 40 some odd videos. Let's see, what was it? 41. Yeah, I want to say it was 41. But yes, I do want to, again, apologize for the long hiatus and not updating. I do have a Twitter, which will be in the outro and such like that. I'll have a link for that. I do have a Twitch channel, but I'm not going to be... Sorry about that. Hold on a sec. But I'm not going to be streaming anytime soon because my laptop can't handle it. Hell, compressing the 720p video with Handbrake nearly made the CPU cry, but then again, that's what you get for trying to, compress and render HD video with a laptop. But until I win the lottery and, hold on a sec. But until I'm able to win the lottery and, or just come across a larger sum of money, then, yeah, this is what I got for now. Some updates, like what I'm doing right now, I do want to call sit-downs because, I don't know, it kind of fits the name of the channel. And for videos that are going to be 3 to 5 minutes long or longer, most like this, I'm at least going to have... Goddamn clock. I'm going to at least have some sort of gameplay up. But if it's going to be shorter than 3 minutes, unless I can figure out a short game to play, which... Honestly, I can't think of 1 or 2 games that can fit that perfectly. But anyway, it'll be most likely a still image unless I can figure out a game or 2 that can, be interesting enough to do... Oh, goddamn it, clock. Okay, there goes the fucking clock. I most likely cut that out of the video. Well, out of the audio and such like that, so congrats. You didn't have to deal with the clock. Oh yes, if it's shorter than 3 minutes, it will most likely be a still image or a game, if I can find one that can be short enough to last, 3 minutes long, or depending on, just how long, the update is. I do want to do a face reveal at some point, and because I do want to get into more of some interests of mine that I think will be, interesting for you guys. I'm into like practical trades, so I do a little bit of carpentry and woodworking here and there. I like to make things with my hands. I mean, if I have something in my mind, I try at least build it. And I'm into some airsoft as well on the side, which I haven't done a match in a long damn time, but I do have one idea in mind that would combine all three. It'll most likely just be, creating an airsoft gun, but I do want to record that and show you guys, like, the steps of, what I had to go through and such like that to make it, which, I hope you guys would find interesting. But, I do want to, do face cam and, just, it wouldn't be in every fucking video that I would do, for fuck's sakes. But, like, maybe it's for some videos, but for the most part, just to kind of go into a bit more of who I am, because I've only told you guys only a little bit of who I am. Pardon? But I do want to get into a bit more of, without trying to sound narcissistic and such, like, just who I am. I can't figure a way of not sounding narcissistic saying that. Oh, later on in the future, whenever I get a decent desktop built, I do want to do some live streaming, and depending on the fan base, I want to do some charity streams, because, I mean, yeah, I may be a vulgar prick at times, but I can be a nice guy. I can do, charitable things, can't I? Of course I can. Anybody can do some charitable things. But, yes, I do want to do that in the future. Uploading times. I at least want to upload once a day, 5 times a week, between noon and 4, or noon and 6 Eastern Standard Time. Maybe more than one video a day, depending on how much of a stockpile I have, and on special occasions and such like that. Now, depending on the games, now this kind of goes referring back to the PS2 and such like that. I will always try and have HD content, which the minimum is 720p. With some games, for instance, the PS2 games and older games, maybe 480p and less. But if there is a way around it, then I will do the best I can to, bring out the best for you guys. And, oh shit. I made this list like a long time ago, like a little bit in June, when I thought I would be able to update right away and such, but holy hell, I forgot about some of this. This actually happened to a few YouTubers, people who are trying to impersonate them and shit. Especially with like Steam and such. I will not ask you guys to buy me games, unless I specifically say in a video, which will never fucking happen, hey guys, if you can help me get blank and blank, then great. But I will not try and have you guys buy me games and shit like that. No worries. As long as I can afford, what I can, then yeah, I can afford what I can. Great. I will not ask for donations unless absolutely needed, which, I mean, is unlikely because, I mean, hell, as long as I'm able to pay the little bit of rent and such like that, I'm able to, yeah, living with family, and I'm still, at least paying rent, helping out however I can around the house and such like that, I mean, hell, she raised me for most of my life. I owe my grandma something. Oh yeah, there we go, a little bit more into my life. But yeah, I will not ask for donations unless absolutely needed, which is more, which is pretty unlikely. But if I can at least offer something like Patreon, like if I'm able to offer you guys, you know, something decent in return, then yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But until then, until I can figure out something, you know, if I do decide to come up with a Patreon, then, you know, that's just another situation overall. But for right now, you know, I'm kind of happy with how things are going right now. Well, I'm not too happy with the way things are going because I haven't updated or uploaded any videos, but you kind of understand what I mean. You know, just the whole situation with the channel. Now, goals for the channel, some creeds, and etc., stuff like that. I believe in the golden rule, which is, you know, do unto others as you would have them undo to you. So, if you see someone in the comments being an asshole, do not be an asshole to them. Just kill them with kindness. You know, just politely tell them to go away. Or just pay no simple attention to them. Don't feed the trolls. We do not want them breeding. There have been times in the past where commentators and other YouTube personalities have had either let their fans, you know, like maybe they just didn't pay enough attention and, you know, a shitstorm happened, or they have in fact encouraged their fans to go nuts on specific people or anyone who insults them. You know, things like that. No, please, for the love of everything that is holy and more, do not fucking, you know, do that. I like to think that, you know, with the small fan base that I have right now, you know, you guys wouldn't go fucking nuts like that. But, you know, like I said, kill with kindness. You know, don't be a dick, even if that person is being a major dick. And for the most part, I can fight my own battles. So if some guy just wants to fuck with me for some reason or another, I'll handle it the best way that I can on my end. You guys don't need to worry about that shit. So yeah, I'm discouraging that at all costs. Do not go after people. I do not want that shit on my conscience. Yeah, because, oh Christ, there was this group who was doing a Minecraft recording a long time ago. One kid who does recordings killed one of the people, like constantly. And then as soon as someone found the channel, basically that whole fan base just kind of formed into a fucking cult, and every video that kid had, a majority was disliked and falsely reported. I mean, hell, there were people in the comments boasting about how they were falsely reporting, like, animal abuse on fucking some of his videos and shit like that. I mean, shit's just fucking crazy, for fuck's sakes. It's just a game. And most of all, I do not want to be dicks to you guys, because you guys are my subscribers, you are my viewers. Yeah. I may be, you know, I mean, I'm taking time, you know, the time to do some of this stuff, but I am honestly doing it for you guys because, as I said in my first video, I plan on doing this channel because I remember when I was younger, watching some YouTube, you know, channels actually helped me through some, you know, just weird shit in my life that I was going through. And I at least wanted to be, you know, that kind of person where, yeah, if someone just needs a laugh after, you know, a shit day, I can hopefully provide that laugh. You know, whether it is, like, you know, just something funny that I do, the amount of fuck-ups that I might do, just anything. If I can make someone's day, you know, at least once a day, that would make my fucking day. Well, that is actually honestly everything on the list that I had. I've gone into 30 minutes, and there's still some 20 odd minutes of fucking, well, actually 30 some odd minutes of, well, close to 30 minutes of video, you know, left. So I'm gonna have to cut that down, you know, speed some stuff up, which it may look slightly shitty, but I will do the best I can. Spoiler alert, I do end up escaping, but yeah, I end up getting caught a few times, and as you saw in the video, if you're watching it, but if you're not, yeah, I got busted a few times, and that kind of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, just kind of put a monkey wrench in the operation, and yeah, shit happened. Alrighty, well, I'm actually pretty happy to say this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Capona WV, signing out.